As far as the game went, I thought we came out with really good energy, and the biggest thing early was we were getting shots at the rim. I just found out we were 19 out of 25 on twos in the first half from one of our illustrious reporters. And I think that's something we're always looking to do. We're always looking to get the best and easiest field goal attempts in an elite game, because I think that's what decides games at this point in the year. You got to generate easy field goal attempts. A lot of it came off our defense. I thought we were ready. We didn't let Tariq and some of the other guys beat us off the bounce, get into the paint. And Tufts is a really good team, really well coached, and they started making shots, and I thought that we took shots that we normally take, and they didn't go, and that ignited them because they're a great fast break team. They're terrific. I mean, they've always Bob Scheller always does a tremendous job with his transition offense. And, I thought they got the easier field goal attempts at that point, whether it was a drive and kick three, Pulaski posting up, or, just in transition where cross-matched, and that put them in an advantage situation that they did a great job taking advantage of. And I think the biggest thing was, in the first half at least, Savage took over the game for probably a 3-minute spurt. And, they got the last shot before the buzzer. It was a hustle play, and, give them credit. They're up 1 at the half. We have tremendous senior leadership, not only in these guys, but in the other 4 that we have on the team. And, they did a great job talking about it at halftime, what they needed to do to be successful. And in the second half, I thought we, really did a much better job defensively than we did in the last 7 to 8 minutes of the first half. And slowly but surely we grinded away and built a lead. And, obviously a lot of it early in the game was Isaiah points in the paint. We won points in the paint 42-30, which is huge for us. And I think the other thing is we got in the one-on-one with 11 minutes to go. And I think that really is huge, because where we get to the one-on-one early, whenever the clock stops and you're ahead now and now you're getting a score, it really makes a huge difference. I thought in the first half we didn't do a very good job on the glass. I think they had 7 or 8 offensive rebounds. They had rebounded 43% of their misses, which is way too high. In the second half, they got 5. So, and a couple of them were down the stretch when we were up double digits. So, again, tremendous to have go-to scorers like Joey and Iz, but, like the guys like Charlie Rice and even Nick, who didn't shoot it tremendously well, they made timely shots that kept us going, kept the lead going, and then as the game wore on, we were able to, finish it off and get up double digits and, move on.
Isaiah, that matchup with Pulaski, you had to know coming in that was going to be a big deal and a big reason why this game would be won or lost tonight. It didn't go your way all night, but you had them big early, and you were able to get them toward the end too. What were the things that made the difference in that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, Tom and I have been playing against each other for a long time. He knows how I play. I know how he plays. 2 good players going at it. One thing, I was able to have my way early because they're so focused on Joey and Nick that they're letting me play one-on-one in the post, and it's hard to guard someone one-on-one in the post. Late in the game, they started to send a couple people, and that's how Joe, Chuck, and Nicky were able to get some really good shots in the second half. So I think that we did a really good job scoring the ball with a balanced attack, but I think that at the end of the day, Nick and Chucky made some huge shots for us.
Joey, that sequence where you were up 6 and you get the back-to-back threes from you and Charlie, double the lead. What went into those couple minutes that let you get those looks and the makes, and how big of a lift did that give you to saying, okay, this is a game we know we can get?
We always talk about stringing together 3 or 4 stops, and we did that in the second half for a couple of periods. It might have been that stretch where we were able to build that lead up. But Chuck hit some big threes today, timely threes, like Coach said. I think the one I hit was just the end of the shot clock, got it to go. But for us, just about stringing together stops, and we have a good feeling about scoring the ball. So.
Coach, I was saying with Joey tonight, if he had just given you the points, that would have been enough and all you could ask, in a game like this. But he played elite defense in this game tonight too. Right? And that charge comes to mind that got you that 6th foul that helped, leapfrog you up into the bonus. What was it about his defense tonight that created opportunities for you guys to take the lead, play with the lead, and keep it?
Yeah, I think that, Joey doesn't get enough credit for being our best defender. Chuck is probably our most versatile defender, but Joey has to guard small, quick guards. He has to guard bigger forwards, and he's, really stretched because, 15 out of 17 free throws, you get hit a lot. you know, and for him to be able to focus and help us get stops. I think the biggest thing with Joey on defense is when he's motivated and being a leader on defense, then we have a chance to be a lead. When you know, it's a situation where we're not all working at it, then we have problems.
Isaiah, it seemed like on offense, the ball movement was really good tonight. They were able to get it to you in some great spots along the baseline, under the basket, the places where you like to shoot. What were your teammates doing to keep it moving and get it to you in places where you were likely to score?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just the unselfishness of this team. I think that when you have such a versatile roster, we're able to get the ball in places that you can be successful. I mean, tonight, they really wanted to take away Nicky and Joey early, so that's why I was able to get the ball in such good places. But it just goes back to the game plan and the versatility of this roster.
Coach, Matt Droney was, you know, the biggest player off the bench tonight. You didn't go deep into your bench and you didn't use the others much, but he was out there quite a lot. And you know, he didn't put up huge scoring numbers, but to play a team this good, to go that thin and still be able to win, he must have done something right. So what was it about his performance tonight that got you through?
You know, I think the biggest thing about Matt is, like, he wants to be out there. You know, he wants to be out there. He's, you know, an incredible competitor, and he's a lot longer and bigger than people realize. And I think that length is huge, because when we play him, Chuck, and Joey on the perimeter, and then Nick, we were really long. We had a lot of deflections today when they were trying to do drive and kick. We had a number of deflections that turned into either stops or at least further and deeper into the shot clock. So, you know, a lot of times length wins. And so for us, Matt Droney's length, his versatility to be able to handle the ball or post up, and the fact that he's aggressive trying to do things for the team at all times. His greatest, you know, I think his greatest strength is how loud he is on defense and how much of a leader he is for the team. Because, you know, Joey, you know, they often let their basketball speak for them, you know, and occasionally they'll talk. But, you know, Matt Droney's kind of that emotional on-court leader, whereas, you know, someone like David Stauffer is our bench leader, you know. And I think to have that kind of, you know, spirit about you, and Matt's like a coach of practice. Like, he's like, that's not good enough. This isn't good enough. Let's go. We got to do better. You know, it's just rare. It's very rare. And I think that, you know, I'm blessed to have those guys.
You guys were 0 for 11 in the first half from three-point range, and Isaiah, you were talking about how, you know, in spite of that, you guys were able to really do what you wanted underneath. What was kind of discussed at halftime in terms of the game plan offensively there in the second half? Was there something that, you know, enabled the those shots to start falling? Were they, you know, outstanding defensively there in the first
Honestly,
half?
we didn't talk a whole lot about offense in the locker room until Coach got in. But before the coaches got in, you know, we knew it was going to come down to defense. But with that being said, you know, we did bring up, you know, we just got to keep it hot on offense, keep the ball hot, and keep moving it. You know, we thought we were getting pretty good shots. I didn't realize we didn't hit any threes in the first half. I guess we didn't shoot it well for the game from three. But, you know, the second half we got a couple to go, and I think that just comes with the unselfishness of this team and, you know, making the extra passes. And, you know, Chuck was 3 for 6. Nicky was only 2 for 11, but once again, timely shots by those guys.
And I noticed there late in the second half when there was the technical call on Nick, I guess, for hanging on the basket. You talk about kind of the quiet leadership of these guys. It looked like your message to him was just to sort of calm down and move on. Was that kind of what you had said to him there when he was he seemed upset over the call?
Yeah, I mean, at first I just said relax, and then, you know, they missed the shot, and then he still looked at me like he was in kind of disbelief. I was like, hey, didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Let's move on. And, you know, Nick's pretty good about keeping it even-keeled, and, you know, he moved on, and I think he stuck a 3, you know, a couple possessions later, so.
Joey, it was a year ago tonight. You were over in their building at Tufts, had a lead at halftime on Amherst, and you came out. Your ankle wasn't great that night, but you came out, you rolled it, and the game just came unglued after that. It's taken you a whole year to get back here. Was that in your mind at all, going out there for the second half, that this year I can do it the way I want to in this round?
No, not at all, honestly. We just got to take it one game at a time. And, I mean, that was so long ago that, you know, I barely remember it. But, you know, just taking it one game at a time, and, you know, we're already on tomorrow.
Coach, you know, I think I asked you something similar last week, but, you know, for someone who's been here for this long to get this far with this group of guys, especially with a group of seniors. Do you have a chance to, I mean, does it cross your mind where you think about how far you've come this season and how there aren't always a lot of opportunities to go this deep into the playoffs?
I think that for this group, I just pray that the seniors go as far as they possibly can because of their camaraderie, their care, but most importantly, their work ethic. I mean, they're incredible workers, incredible belief in one another, and, you know, I think our theme song is Enjoy, and they sing it well, and it goes with how they play. I think that we are pretty even-keeled, carefree, and, you know, I think in the first half, you know, when you talk about the threes, those are shots we make, you know, and so we keep shooting them, and that's why we don't talk about it. We're taking shots we make. They might look early in the shot clock, but there's nights, you know, when they're going in, and it's just, you know, we had a couple games where 15, 18 threes made. You know, tonight it didn't go in the first half, but, you know, someone like Nick, you know, you can't keep giving him looks, and they gave him a couple looks on those handoffs off Iz at the elbow there, and it was just great to see him shoot with confidence and just keep firing. And I think that's the sign of us being mature enough to know the next play is the one that counts.
To beat Tufts at all is impressive, Coach, but to do it twice in the same season is all the more so. Does this rank up at the top of the team accomplishments this year to be able to face that team twice and get them both times?
You know, I think the situation is whoever we play at this point, you're excited to be out here. I think having a familiar opponent, you know, probably gives us more juice and more excitement because, you know, we've been playing against these guys for 4 years, and, you know, we've had back and forth battles with them. And, you know, last year in the Big Four Challenge, we lost on a 3 in overtime at the buzzer, you know. So I think that certainly had some incentive, but I think, like Joey said, we're just playing whoever's in front of us, and we're locked in that if we play really good defense, we have a chance to be, you know, on the left side of the newspaper in the old days, they would have said.